Going live. We're going live. We're live. We're live. You guys can see me fixing my clothes. Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't got no chest in this. Give my Khalifa to this.
Am I good over here?
You ain't coming in
You're
yet.
not coming yet. Not saying nothing.
You're not forward yet.
First of all,
Don't lean over with your hands either. They don't need to see like the cameo.
They didn't know who you are.
The hand cameo, like who's that?
Who is this person? Who's the hand model? Fancy.
3, 2.
3, 2, 1. Hey! What it is, what it is, what it is, what it is.
What it ain't.
What it is what it ain't. And what it ain't
That's what it is.
is what it is. See, so I
That
said
sounds like such a casual fan thing to say.
it's above me.
It's above you.
It's above me.
I am the G. Oh.
No.
D.
No, sir.
That was a smooth
transition.
transition.
Talk to you, D. Wasn't doing anything.
First of all, don't ever call me that.
Why make it B?
This is first shot.
We haven't done the shot yet.
Welcome to the shot club.
We're taking this shot for well, hi Emma, welcome back.
Emma was en route.
We're taking a shot for Emma.
He's back in the city.
Emma's back. Chesna forgot to hit record
On everything.
on everything. So we did the topic for whatever, but yeah.
We didn't take our first shot yet.
We didn't hit first shot yet, so we counted down again?
Oh, no.
No?
Hey! I was just trying to. What's good? It's Cheza.
The practice.
This is
GMTM.
that is
Emma Littles, and this is it's David Solomon.
and back this up.
DJ Badon coming in.
And we are the Shot Club.
Yeah.
And it's another. Before we even start everything, let's start the festivities.
Yeah, I was doing the shot to
Yes,
Emma,
sir.
who's not here. Also to Trace's t-shirt.
Yes. Monday, tomorrow.
Here we go.
Okay.
One minute
Okay.
Listen, like,
let
me like start this chicken here, and then we can.
Usually, this is the part of the show where I say that wasn't that bad.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Who chose this? Oh, I know.
It was violent.
Oh, I know. You don't like us today.
As he attempts to hide behind the smallest turn.
Violence like, Violence like, oh, you want me to get?
I know that feeling though. I know that feeling.
Last time I had it, I thought it was alright, but I might have already been drunk.
You
were definitely already
because
drunk.
that tastes like black licorice with ass.
You know what that tastes like?
I wouldn't know.
Random, but like, did you see the post that I posted in our group chat about the girl who thinks that she caught the HPV virus of her husband? Her anal cancer came from the same HPV virus as her husband's throat cancer. I was like, I'm so rude to laugh at this, but come on, we know what they do. Yeah, like groceries.
On that note, how was your week?
So yeah, my week was alright. I went to Sudbury for the weekend, chill with the kids, had squad, like had Rose kids, my kids, just the like even Tyra, the biggest one. Yeah, so it was good.
Festivities?
Chilling. All we do is chill. Go outside, go to water park, splash pad. Not water park, sorry, splash pads.
Yeah, that's what they are, not water parks.
Yeah. So yeah, the splash pad. I did my thing. Got a little mist on me. I wasn't running through the water. What am I? 10. And then yeah, that was pretty much. I just drove in. 20 a few an hour ago. Okay.
You just got here, sir.
I got here, sir. But I mean, I drove into the city, went home, then come back. Yeah. But so how was your week, Trace?
My week was great. Go Raps, go, man.
Oh,
Go Raps.
That's it? That's all your week?
Yeah.
please expound on your week, sir.
Week was great. The Raptors won. We won 2 games on the road.
That's big.
That's our house.
I can't be.
That's our house. See, first of all, that's our house. Even if we lose tomorrow, and I'm sure we're not.
We're not gonna lose.
The momentum is too strong in our favor, right? Even if we lose tomorrow, we guarantee to go back to Golden State and win the game.
And for those that can't see, it says, "See you at the parade." Shout out to Boxer, my barber.
So he's making those shirts, but that's what's up.
No, you made it last year. He just made another match this year.
That
He is the
he's
most
a fan.
Yes.
That is a fan.
That's a fact.
He believed in
A
him
real
before
fan.
Kawhi.
Listen, they should have been in the finals last year. They should have been there. You know, again, that just shows you how much better a coach Nick Nurse is than Dwayne Casey.
Making great adjustments.
To me, I still feel like Kawhi, like just his calmness of it, has touched the team. Like not
Oh, for
positive,
real?
but it's like
100%.
like
100%.
when it comes to Kyle Lowry, I feel
Kawhi touched the whole team.
like when it comes to Kyle Lowry,
When
I
it
feel
comes to Kawhi,
his
Kyle Lowry, right?
whole game changed because Kawhi was there compared to
Bro,
Rosen.
just listen to his interview. We still got a job to do.
Yeah.
Why are we smiling?
There's
There's nothing to be happy about.
It was a Kendrick Perkins tweeted that he said, "I saw something scary. The Raptors were on their way back to the locker room
This is after game 3.
After game 3, none of them were smiling. They weren't high-fiving.
Nothing.
It was business.
They went all the smoke. Bro, and the same thing happened after game 4. Right?
Yeah.
Where Kyle used to be on the court joking behind DeMar during interviews. The most I seen him do is walk up and shake Norman's hand, say, "Good game," walk away.
Yeah.
No laughing.
His interview of the last game, like when the guy came, was like, "So you guys have 3. What do you guys get? So are you like celebrating on it?" And his face just like looked at him like, "What? Not me.
No.
Like, this is just a game."
Well, again,
We still won.
this is a former Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows.
Yeah.
He knows what's at stake. So
But yeah. So David, how was your week?
My week was my week.
You looked at me like I wasn't supposed to ask.
we can push the T. My name is my name.
My week is my week.
My week was my week.
What'd you do?
Stuff.
With who?
Don't blame.
And when?
All day.
Didn't expect that. Didn't expect that.
I was off from work.
He was getting high all
I
week.
enjoyed my motherfucking self all week.
He
I
got-
was high.
he got
I was
stupid
drunk
Do you remember your week?
every day.
Do you remember your week?
100%.
Okay.
I was at the gym every day too,
You
bro.
weren't high enough, bro.
I was at the gym every day.
Just saying.
Listen, I don't need to be stoned out of my mind. What is this? On 12?
You kind of were one of the days. I was too, granted.
I don't remember what day that was.
Exactly. That was a high day. You were high that day.
No, but I was high a lot of days.
But you don't remember which day that was.
That he says I was high out of my mind. Not the day that he was laughing.
Oh, that was the game. Yeah, that
Not
was
the day that he was crying tears
Yeah.
all day. Like he's sitting there,
I was
just
laughing.
looks, and then he starts laughing,
Yeah.
and then he starts wiping his eyes. I'm like, yo, bro.
Listen. So, you guys have to understand. Now that Canada has legalized marijuana, my friends have begun to partake in it.
Who's your friends?
My friends
Who's your
have
friends?
began to partake in it.
I don't know this guy. So you
Very
can't call me a friend.
much so. He's so loud.
But you said you party with him, and that he's a weirdo. Like
I didn't say I know him. I just said I party with weirdos. I said you party with weirdos.
But my friend and my associates.
There we go. That's
Oh,
better.
sorry, that's too close. My passerby. My passerby and my friend. My friend, this is too close. It's too close. My passerby. Over there. They have begun to partake
I have.
in the legalities. Very much so.
Listen,
And it's so funny because he's Mr. Giggles.
Yeah.
You already see his eyes.
I was laughing.
And when you see him, he walking around like this. Like, David, don't walk into the wall. He doesn't walk into the wall, but he should.
listen, bro. I've been smoking. I haven't smoked as often because of work. But when I'm off, why not? I'm off. If I was away, I'd be smoking every day. So why not?
Sure. I might have to pick up a pen or something this week, so I'm off for the next 2 days.
Actually, our guest will be here all week. So, if you're going to pick up the pen, you know, he has the beats for you. He had the studio for you. But we're not going to get to him just yet because, you know, we like to keep people in, what's the word I'm looking for? Suspense. That's the word.
Suspended
But yes.
animation.
So,
Bye long. How was your week?
Oh, yes, well,
Barlon did a lot this week.
I can't remember. It was all right. Just work. Straight work. Jamie, what up?
Oh yeah, I
Came
did
over
see the
Sudbury?
picture. I saw Nats was down
Yeah,
there.
he was down. Went to the Jays game on Friday. That was all right.
Nice.
Mac and Cheese Fest on Friday. That was pretty dope.
Oh man.
Dope. I got to watch the Raps game on Friday at the Mac and Cheese Fest.
I
It was
write
so
down, bro. Yeah, I write down these festivals out like 5 days.
I've been here making mac and cheese, and I could have just gone to the festival.
Dude, I tend to worry mac and cheese. It's crazy.
It had all the different.
I had these jalapeno mac and cheese balls.
Nope.
No.
All in
thanks.
your mouth, eh?
No, thank
All
you,
in your mouth. So did you?
You wanted spicy? You had
It's so
spicy.
cheesy.
So you had spicy, cheesy balls in your mouth.
On Friday, yeah.
That was Bylaws week.
Yeah, he's ticking. Oh, he's going.
Oh my god. Okay. So Bylog had. I'm not repeating that. That's not repeating.
Why are you acting like that?
But yes, we do have to go to a bunch of festivities. Beer Fest is coming up.
Yes.
I'm going to Taco Fest on
Is it
Friday,
Beer
though.
Fest or Festival of Beers? Which one is it?
Whatever, man. Beer Fest is coming
Are
up.
that two different things?
It's like, you know, people still say Carabana, but it's actually
Oh,
the
okay.
Caribbean festival now.
Yes, no, it's
Yeah,
Carabana.
nobody thought.
And no one
Yeah.
says Carabana. That's Carabana.
Carabana.
You're like a person that says chicken curry.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you are. Or
That's
Carabana.
Carabana.
Or peas and rice.
Cheese and rice.
What? It's beans and rice.
Rice and beans.
First round.
Oh, that's not
Well, Beer Fest is coming up, and Ghost Chef will be there from Wu-Tang.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We definitely
Oh,
got.
who else is?
There's a bunch of people.
There's a bunch of
Public Enemy Radio.
I don't know what that means.
It's actually
I don't know what that means.
the group members of Public Enemy, but I guess something with copyright of the word name Public Enemy, they can't use it, so it's
Right.
Public Enemy Radio. So it's gonna be, I think it's like Chuck D with like a different type of team behind him than the
So it's
regular.
not. It's
Flame
not
Flav is not
Flav
coming.
Flav.
No, Flame Flav's not coming. But it's Public Enemy Radio. That's what they called it.
And I haven't heard about that. I'm gonna have to Google that. That's kind of like Farside.
That's weird.
Farside
How
can't.
does
Farside can't travel as the Farside. They travel as I think Bizarre Ride.
so they can?
Hey!
So Farside doesn't have.
Because it's not Fat Lip. Fat Lip is not in the group, and I think he has a stake in the name.
What up, Renee?
I think that's what it is. But I think two of the members they tour, but they can't tour and perform as the Farside.
That's Farside. Because of
Right.
Fat Lip.
I think so, yeah.
Maybe they should give him another Fat Lip.
Hold on. So rude.
Who's rude?
There's another group too that can't tour as the
Renee said, "Oh, 4 shots and 1 for Mo when you show up. Cheers, boys.
Renee, what's up?
This is the time. The buzzer did go off, sirs.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we did that.
That part.
So yes, what's this shot too?
What is this shot to?
Maybe this could be my thing on the. See.
Whether you get a shot or not? Yeah.
All the dope festivities in the city right now.
Oh, it's everything the rappers have done.
Here we go.
Oh my god, that's gross.
That's disgusting, bro.
Vanilla. Nice.
Shut up!
Oh, yeah.
Vanilla.
Well, vanilla. I don't taste no fuck. Anyways, speaking on that, like same thing with 112. So I believe Slim and the other Q all in that one. Why can't they just call themselves of 112? They're not saying it's 112 touring. They're saying we're the 2 people of 112. So
That never
you're
sang
not
a
gonna
lead.
expect the other ones to
That
come.
never ever sang a lead.
That was the other group I was thinking of. New Edition. Johnny Gill owns the name.
Yeah.
Johnny Gill owns the name New Edition.
So
So
when
now
they
when you see it's Bobby Brown and Belva as well.
Yeah.
So they're doing their own thing. So
Tell me that's not crazy. Because Johnny Gill
Gill's the last
only was added because Bobby left. He
was
wasn't
the-
even, and he owns the name.
But
He
he's
was
also
the last one to join.
But he's also older at that point. That it's funny that the label never trademarked the name.
That could have just ran out. Their trademark could have ran out.
It ran
I
out in
feel
time
like they
for
owned it.
Johnny Gill to
Yeah.
pick it up. When did Johnny Gill pick up this name?
It's almost kind of
It's
like
recent, I believe.
I guess it's kind of like when Michael Jackson bought the Beatles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
you
you
bought the
own it.
catalog.
Yeah, but at the same time, if I don't know, does that mean
The trademark
the
runs out.
trademark of the name
The
itself?
trademark runs out, right? But the trademark law, if you haven't been like, if you haven't been using it, so Johnny Gill's a part of it, whatever. But if other people have been using it with whatever, they have the right to renew it before you get to buy it.
Yeah.
Which means that they just dropped the ball on it altogether, or he renewed it, whatever.
It's madness because it's 6.
Or he renewed it as a member of New Edition, and there was no question because he's part of the group. And he's,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
Like, you could have went to them just like Michael Jackson to Paul McCartney. Like,
Paul McCartney
did you
should
ever
open
think
his
of buying it?
Paul McCartney shouldn't have
I don't
opened his
know.
mouth
I
and
don't
told
know.
Michael that, if I had the money, I'd buy your catalog. Really?
Oh, you said that to him?
Yeah.
All I know is the only conversation I heard was Mike went to him and was like, "You ever think of like buying the Beatles catalog type thing?" He was like, "No, I never thought of it." So, like a day or two passes, and then he goes and look into it. Sorry, Michael just bought it.
No, that's not. That's actually because Paul McCartney and Yoko Ono tried to put the money up together. And Mike just.
But they all bid at the same time.
I think so.
From what I heard, like, yeah.
I think so.
Bro.
Regardless,
And that's crazy.
Michael is
That's
group
crazy.
with-
That's crazy that Paul McCartney went to Yoko Ono when apparently like
they had that beef.
there was like the
But at the same time, with Yoko Ono, money's money, and it's part of John's
First of all,
history. So she's like, why not?
Michael's been ruthless, apparently. He bought up other people's rights to songs.
Yeah, well, that was the piece of advice that Paul McCartney gave.
No, but he also
You talking about Sony?
Yeah, but no, but people have also pissed Michael off. And he's like, okay.
And
And he went and buys their music. So now they don't go and perform their music because they're not getting no money for it. Michael gets it.
What's the? Right now we're going through Michael Jackson shit. Like Michael Jackson's fucking crazy. Like, what was another one just like that?
Like that's why apparently Eminem tried
I
to
want
do
to
some
know
once.
how true that is.
Eminem tried to do some once and lost the rights to some of his shit.
I want to know how true that is because I just saw like the meme of the post.
I
And
heard,
you can't go off of that.
You can,
I've
but
never
you gotta look it up.
I heard in like the past, we'll say 20 years, Sony catalog, anyone who dropped an album, Michael got a piece of it. Because what they did is, I think it's Sony, it's one of those big labels, but they came to Mike to get
It's
Beatles.
funny because
To get the Beatles catalog. And he was like, all right, I do this,
It's
and
Sony.
you give me this.
there's
It's
a line in Jay-Z's song "Success" where Nas alludes to something that Michael Jackson owned that Tommy Mottola couldn't touch.
Okay,
So-
that makes sense.
And the way he worded it didn't make sense to me, but I guess it was.
Yeah, that
I
makes
guess
sense.
it was.
Yeah.
And you want to
Michael,
go
like,
live,
anything on Sony, Michael gets paid off it. So Michael had like forever money. Like,
and you wonder why Sony worked so hard to buy back the catalog,
oh, hell yeah.
right? Milo, you taking a spin?
That was clever.
You missed a turn.
It's a turn, sir.
Closer to the red. But yeah. But truly, not as a mainstream big artist, but as a regular artist, how important is trademarking and copywriting?
Extremely important. Extremely important. Imagine if Drake never copyrighted October's Radio.
How long ago did he copyright that?
He copyrighted it right away. OVO.
Like the first time he was like from
He's
what's
copyrighted
the comeback season? From then it's like
From then.
OVO?
from 2009 when he started the watch. So when he started with like kind of little way started to really blow up, he copyrighted because he's on ATF before.
But that itself, he had a little win right there, so it makes sense. But before that,
He had
does it make
ATF.
sense to do copyrights or trademarking your name or doing all that stuff? Does it make sense? Because right now,
And
at that
listen,
spot, you don't
do it-
know if you're gonna get.
You can either do it early and protect your name, or wait till your name goes up and somebody else does it.
Right away.
Right? Like
50 got the worldwide trademark on G-Unit when he signed. He took the bonus money that the upfront money that he got from Dre and M, And he put the worldwide trademark on jeans.
Right.
And he said that cost him like half
Right.
off top. So,
But by that time, somebody could have did it before him. They could.
But listen, once your application's in, they still have to prove something else, right? So if if his application and their application come in, why are you cheating like when he
Right? Trying to get it.
right?
there's
Or
still,
like
there's
just,
still
They could have got
proving.
yeah. But even just look at how quick it is, easy is YOLO it once. It's Drake's. Right?
Did he trademark?
Trademark it.
I want to know why nobody trademarked the dollar sign for Donald Trump.
Also trademark the money bag sign.
Well, the money bag sign.
Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can do dollar sign exactly. But
The money bag sign. But like, why did nobody think of trademarking that? What was that? Early 80s?
No, the money bag sign.
Yeah.
Money bag sign came out on that.
So
He didn't trademark
nobody
until late.
up until that point is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nobody up until that point thought to
He also
Yeah.
trademarked You're Fired.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Right.
another one.
But why would anybody at any point in time consider trademarking You're Fired? Right?
It depends, actually.
It made sense for him.
Hey, trademark? I don't know.
It made
because,
sense for him at that time because
WWE likes to use that a lot.
you see Vince McMahon.
But they are connected to Donald Trump through Linda working in his cabinet.
Linda, listen.
Or what did they use? What does Laurinaitis use? When he fires people.
Not that you're.
Wish you the best in your
future endeavors.
Yeah. I wonder if that
would make sense.
would make sense for them because
could do that.
they're known for that. Like
Right.
it's kind of something that people say.
When they
but
don't like you
they're-
and they let you go, they say
It's a
I
backhanded
wish you the
compliment.
best on your future endeavors.
Right.
But
They're known
it's
for it.
pretty much like not here.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, but as an artist just coming up, we can go get locals, we can go get all this shit, but
I think it's better to have it not need it.
You don't have to renew it right away, right? You still
Right.
got time. So if you trademark it for a year, 2 years, whatever it is, right?
Mm.
Shit goes. Doesn't then you reconsider doing it again.
I think it's a smart investment whether or not. anything
But you
happens.
don't want someone to have your shit,
correct.
right? And 50 is smart as hell because trademarking outside like other countries, you have to consider every fucking country, bro.
I wonder how many of like the Toronto artists know the trademark that, like the young Tory or not Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez must know, but like,
Tory's already had his FU one umbrella trademark.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, then that's dumb as fuck, right? Like, why would you not?
like Pressa, does he have his name trademark? It's like I don't know. It's not really like common knowledge. I see that people actually know.
No, trademark laws and some people don't pay attention to that. Like, even registering.
Actually, just that right there, T.O. Like they didn't go
Yeah.
and they.
And one thing, I talked to Socrates. I talked to Socrates backstage at an award show, and he's like, he wishes they trademarked that.
Yeah.
Because that was early.
And be like, you know how much money they would have had?
Oh, who's the other company? One Love T.O. I heard they didn't trademark their actual logo.
No. Hey! Shout out to Lucky from One Love to You with Mr. Tyrone Edwards. Yeah, they did it.
Like, to this day, and it's like well known. So what if some company from Toronto
It could
takes
have
that and
been
do it?
already done it.
They can do it.
Like when I was looking up for the different names for a collection I wanted to use, everything I looked up was already trademarked.
Mm.
Right? And I was looking at the trademark specifically to see what it covers. And every single one covered clothing and apparel and blah, blah, blah. So I could use it at all. Right? And it made sense. Like I'm going to use City is Mine. Right? I'll play reference off of Drake's song, play reference off of Jay's song. Right? And that could have gone to everywhere.
Yeah.
When I looked at the companies that were using the trademark, one Detroit line that only focuses on Detroit.
Yeah.
Like short-sighted shit. Can I have it, please?
But they still have trademark. But before we get into the shot, let's bring our guest in. So, our guest is from. I'm about to trademark this shit, the real North. Because it is actually the real North.
Are you guys like?
I don't even think like a Toronto person would question that.
Are you like mid north? And are you really the real north?
Minus 40 weather. Is that
Are
real
you
North?
are you really the real north? What about none of it?
I want none of it.
Hey,
But they're north, more north than
I
you.
It
want
boils
none.
down to who trademarks it.
But they're more. But this guy said the real north. They're more
The real
north
north.
than you though.
The real North. We are the real North.
Y'all north of Toronto.
Our guest is a rapper, singer, producer,
Can you put a little more energy into that
engineer.
shit?
I'm trying to make sure I list everything right. Engineer. What
You said
else? Yeah, I said singer. What else does the guy do?
I think he bakes cakes. Too.
Yep.
He bakes
Cakes, bakes cakes.
Yeah.
He used to be like the dopest roller, but he don't smoke no more.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Wouldn't speak about it, but it's legal now. And he's like, the guy was like, I'm fine. We think he's like an old Jamaican. But yes, let us bring in our guest.
Scotia Zone.
Oh, he's from Scotia, so he's original Canadian black. Is that rude?
Canadian melanated. Canadian. I'm gonna get out the way.
Well, yes.
Jor'Del Downz.
Jor'Del! Stand up, son!
Slide.
Keep sliding. Stay
There
in
you go.
trace.
There you go.
Just hit Trace. Don't bump into him. Just gotta slap him.
Terrible.
What's going on, man?
We got Jor'Del in the building.
Oh, just chilling, man. Life's good. I'm loving life. Always grinding.
Not anymore, apparently.
Liar. What do you mean?
Oh,
Oh,
grinding nothing. What
Yeah,
would you give your grinder to?
you gotta pass that on. What do you do?
I don't even probably.
That's a secret.
I
It's a
pass
secret
on to
of-
somebody else's smokes. I don't just throw my shit out though. Like I know smokers, so I'm just like, here, you can have this, you can have this.
I'm bequeathing all my paraphernalia to you. So you've been grinding.
So
Sorry.
wait, hold on. Bell did go off.
Oh, the bell did go off. Yo, it's shot time.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yours is in front of you.
I
Sorry.
get to try this. What is
Let's
this?
go.
What are we drinking now?
Dirty this.
Gross. That's what it's
You
called.
can double tap after
It's called
you finish.
gross.
All right.
Shots up.
Shots up.
What's this shot to?
This shot is
life.
to
Yeah.
Downs.
Love life.
What's it to? We'll give it to
Life,
you.
man.
Living life.
Living life.
Go.
Yes. Shots up.
go.
Yeah, that was not bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
mine was better.
This might be the first time in the history of the show where I'm just like, nah.
Bro, I'm not into what this is at all. Why did Bylon buy this?
Yo, somebody trying to kill me, man.
Yeah. There, exactly. Bylon. Trying to kill you.
Oh my god.
All right, so tell us, give us a brief history of you, your music journey.
Shit. I don't even know where to start. Like,
When did you start?
like 09. Like that was like the year where I was like, okay, I'm actually gonna do this.
Yeah.
So like 09, I'm in a rap duo with the homie T Cross. Shout out to T Cross. So we're just rapping, doing the collab shit, like a couple little demos here and there.
Right.
And we both kind of went off and did our own thing. I ended up learning how to make beats, things like that. So
What was your first program that you used to make beats?
it's called Reaper. I've been using that for like years.
Do you still use it?
I still use it till this day. It's been like 8-9 years. I still use it.
And is that a thing of it was not broke, don't fix it, or you just prefer it?
I prefer it. Like the way technology is, like I got like software on my computer that just reads shit to me.
Right.
So like
Which is wild, by the way, because I've been to a couple sessions with you, and to hear it played back, it's
Tripping.
trippy. Like if you're not used to it.
If you're not, he's like, because it talks really, really fast, like,
Yeah.
so if you're not prepared for it, you're like, what the fuck's going on? You're looking around, and it's just this guy's killing. But
Yeah, and all I gotta do is like listen to my computer. I say that to certain people, and I'm like, yeah, you know, all I gotta do is listen to my computer. They're like, so you talk to your computer? Like in my head, I'm just like, the fuck did I just say? Like, I don't talk. I feel like a crazy person talking to my technology. I can't do that shit. I know like people, they'll like talk to their phones and whatever, but I can't do that.
How long did it take to get used to that process?
Well, like I've been like just using software like that on my computer.
Yeah.
Like I've been using that forever. Like when ever since like elementary and all that, they had that shit out. We would always just, you know, us a couple blind folks.
Someone interrupting our show.
Oh, shit.
No,
Disrespect.
But like we would just use that all the time. So they started coming out with DAWs and all that, and
Right.
some of them were accessible enough that you can use it with that. So I just went from there.
So you said you started rapping first, right?
Yeah.
So with rapping, what got you into rapping?
Just hearing it. Like it's literally like my sisters, like they never really listened to rap. They knew a lot of people who did, and they'd come over. And those people always be listening to a lot of hip hop music.
Right.
So that's kind of what really piqued my interest.
Who was the first artist that you listened to?
The very first artist I ever listened to, Snoop Dogg, actually, Doggy Style. The very first album.
Yes.
Yeah, the very first album I listened to was Doggy Style.
That's so corrupt. How old were you? How old were you?
It's funny because corrupts.
How old was I? You really want to know how old I was?
How old were you listening to the Doggy Style?
Yeah, how old were you listening to Doggy Style?
I was 5.
And he came up
I was-
fine.
I was
whatever
fine.
name stuff.
We have some unexpected guest in the building.
He's back.
This guy does not belong here. It's squatters' rights. Okay? Squatters' rights. We've been here for the last 3 weeks, sir. Where have you been?
Great question.
Who are you, sir?
Where have you not
Thank you
been?
very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir,
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so Doggy Style,
For
5 years old.
like yourself, I don't know which one's which.
We're not waiting for you.
We're not waiting? You're just gonna come in here and just disregard everything.
Oh, he's ready for a shot. You ready for a shot?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We've been had a shot poured for you, sir.
Yeah.
What's
All
good?
right.
We've been had a shot poured for you, bro.
What up? Welcome back.
We'll get another class, actually.
You having a shot? You having a
We
shot?
had one. I don't know where it went. Oh, I thought it was your.
Perfect. All right. Let's do it.
Okay, you did that on your own.
But yes.
Perfect. All right, that's it.
Are you running in?
Yeah, okay.
All right, everybody slide.
Slide.
But then I'll come Saturday morning.
Let's go.
He's black.
Hey there.
But yes.
Hey.
So.
Thanks, Dad. I'll come up in a few.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
Okay, so.
I didn't miss you. I had space in the
Yeah. I didn't miss you either. Actually, I just came off a plane, so this feels natural.
Mo falls asleep. Don't worry
I have not slept in a long time.
But yeah.
What are we talking about?
I was telling us about the first. Yeah.
Doggy
First album he listened to was Doggy Style at 5 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what we're playing?
I wasn't really allowed to listen to hip hop.
So you were able to listen to Doggy Style
No, he snuck it into.
Exactly, yeah. That was the
Yeah.
first hip hop album you heard?
at 5 years old.
Did we all go around?
No. It's on the story.
Okay.
It was.
Then it was like after that, like I'd hear a little bit more hip hop, like DMX, Wu-Tang. Like I really, for some reason, I was not allowed. Like they would be like, "Hey, you shouldn't be listening to that." But once they figured out I was listening to Wu-Tang, they're like, "Whoa!" Like I get so much shit for listening to Wu-Tang. It's
A 5-year-old listening to Wu-Tang.
That's worse though.
But Wu-Tang and DMX and all that, like it came around like it was a little bit later than that because I wasn't that much into hip hop that I literally just heard like one rap album, you know.
Okay, but
So
what was worse though? Doggy Style?
Doggy
or-
Style, for sure.
Doggy style.
Yeah.
Doggy
yeah, I
style.
feel like Doggy Style.
From the artwork to
yeah.
Snoop taught me
A lot.
pitching shit by the trick.
Probably tricks.
No, I just said trick.
But-
I wasn't tricks here.
So I remember I had the Chronic, and I was playing it just in the living room, and my dad's wife at the time was like, "What the fuck are you listening to?"
Wait, was that the actual wording she used?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Okay.
She's just like, "What is this?"
That's the
like,
joke. That's the joke.
I didn't
You're
really
listening
know.
to Chronic. She's like, "What the fuck you listening to?" I don't know, but you talk just like it.
Yeah. But I didn't even know really what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like they talk about.
Bitches not being shit.
Yeah. And we don't really pick up on that.
Or even
Yeah,
the Chronic.
Yeah,
right?
we hear
Just
the
the
word
fact that it's
bitch.
called the Chronic, I was like,
Yeah.
"What's the Chronic?"
Yeah, exactly. Didn't even realize. But I knew like the symbol, the pot leaf,
Yeah.
but
But even knowing the pot leaf symbol,
Yeah.
it wasn't something I was like, "Oh, I know what weed is." It's
Yeah.
just like, I'm told that's bad. Type shit.
well, I started smoking weed right around the same time. So
That will do that to you. But yeah.
So Jordan went from, you said you weren't really into hip hop.
I was, hearing Doggy Style definitely made me interested in hip hop.
But what were you more interested in?
what were you listening
On
to
your
at the
musical
time?
journey?
Anything else that my family listened to.
So that was
That was like just R&B shit. Anything that was popping around 94, 95.
So like popular.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
This is live. Just so you know. Yes, we are live. But keep going, sir.
But yeah, I don't know, fucking Jodeci, R. Kelly was popping around that time.
So actually, seeing that you sing as well, we did say that.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go to singing first?
It's actually funny, like the whole hip hop thing that I decided seriously that I want to do it. But before I did that, I would like do singing at talent shows and shit, just at school.
Okay.
But like that, that was around the time I wasn't really that serious with music.
Right.
I just I can sing. I might as well just go do it. But it wasn't like
Writing
Yeah.
your own shit.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, have you ever been to like Southeast Asia?
Nope.
Well, you've been to the shot club now, where you can sing and pour.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. He's back.
Where you can sing what and pour.
Idiot.
Yo, man.
Was this 3 weeks? We haven't had anything like that.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Just-
Welcome back,
Was
Connor.
And pour. All right. That's a good
So
one.
within those 3 weeks, when did you realize that joke? You're like, oh, I'm bringing out the
Right.
chocolate.
He's just freestyle.
I didn't just freestyle that joke.
I see.
All right, so Jordan's doing talent shows.
Yeah, he did talent show singing instead of singing. You choose rapping.
Yeah. Like
Well-
I'm kind of going all over the place because like when I was singing those talent shows, I was like around 10, 11 years old,
Okay.
and I didn't sing R&B. Like it was around the time 12, 13. But anyway, it was around the time that
Hold on. Did you just go from 10,
10,
11 to
11.
12?
yeah. I wasn't.
You went
I
from young to
said that
teenager.
wrong. I said that wrong. It was supposed to be 12, 13.
Okay.
Yeah. So around that time, like a little before that, I got introduced to like rock music and metal and all that stuff. So now I'm just kind of listening to everything. But when I was doing the talent show, I was just like singing rock.
Okay.
And I still didn't feel like I'm gonna do singing as my main thing. I still wanted to rap.
Right.
So when 2009 came around, I was 19. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do music seriously, and I'm gonna rap.
So what's the first song you made?
First song I made. First song I made is called. It was called "Sight to the Blind," and really it was just I was rhyming over a static selector beat, and I just spit a bunch of punchlines. And
Do you remember it?
the chorus, I don't even remember the chorus.
Okay.
Like,
It was the chorus.
The chorus, all I remember is that it says "Sight to the Blind."
Oh.
Something like, it was like, I can't help you with your sight, but I can help you with your knowledge. Sight to the blind. You won't even need college for this one. You won't even need college for this one. And then I'd go on and like just spit a bunch of punchlines and just
Check it
out.
Were you emulating anybody at the time? Because we all started emulating somebody
Oh,
or
yeah.
stuff we've heard.
Yeah, I had a little bit of like, I find like my earlier stuff, like a lot of my demos, I'd rap a little bit like 50 because that's like
Okay,
one of the main artists I listened to around that time was 50.
And then all the white guys were rapping like him.
Yeah.
Actually, we were just talking.
Yeah, we were just talking.
I would rap like either Mad Child or Eminem.
And they all have nasally voices.
But there was a time
We're
where,
all trying to be the most wordy.
yeah,
Like
there
it's
was
a
a
big
time when people
competition.
had M's flow like and
Yeah.
the nasal, and they had
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was like
Just
like he even said it.
That's the thing. That happens when you influence that many people.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
Yeah.
a bunch of rappers now
And that's what
trying to be.
not how my name is, but what was the second one? Real
Marshall
Slim
Mathers
Shady.
album?
No, Real Slim Shady, please stand up.
Oh,
Because
okay,
it's
yeah.
talking about all the clones.
Yeah.
Hey! Now it's that time again.
You know what I'm talking
You guys
about.
didn't even do it.
Make me spell
We
it
didn't
out.
know how much time we had.
But usually,
With Mo's impromptu.
Yeah, it's very.
Shots.
Yeah, he interrupted us, and
Nobody's singing right now.
Right back at it.
Nobody's
Welcome to
singing,
the Shot
just
Club.
everybody.
Just touched
No
down in the
singing, just
six.
pouring.
Straight to the Shot Club.
No Southeast Asia.
One shot in. Let's
Yeah.
make that two.
That's
Tune in, shotclubpodcast.com.
Bullet.
Bomb.
Bullet.
Gang
can't
shit.
reach.
Just reach around.
It's not.
I'm not reaching around anyways.
Retch around.
Right.
What are we doing the shot to?
Yo, Bags McGee says, big up.
Bags the king.
Bags McGee.
Bags McGee is
Yeah.
Hold on. Bylaw, are you taking a shot?
Let's say just the wheel of
Have a
Have a
shot.
shot.
Hey.
Look at that.
TikTok, not chicken.
That's gross.
It is fucking
Good.
disgusting. It's.
I like my.
What's the verdict, Emil?
So what's the shot two?
What's the shot two?
I've been drinking for
Can.
What's the shot? You said what?
Cans.
Oh, cans.
It's cans,
It's
not
can, no
cans.
S.
Good grief.
Oh,
All right.
We got
why?
No wonder why
Jor'Del in the
I
building.
take that shot.
Hey,
Oh, Lord.
That's what the chocolate does to you.
No, that's what basic liquor does. This is
Yeah.
What do we got?
Goofy Screech. Newfoundland Screech.
From where?
Texas.
Newfoundland.
This is definitely what I
Is that
wasn't.
the palate cleanser?
This is definitely what I wasn't drinking yesterday.
You know what though? I haven't been doing a lot of shots.
We saw this.
Yeah.
I saw your
Showing your
wine
Yeah,
glass shots.
We saw that you were.
Yeah, you guys get like a C for effort. No, we'll give you the D for effort.
We were just
You were classing it up out there,
yeah.
which is surprising, sir.
Every time I see us get a new follower, I look at it and I see like either their video or their first post, and it's like France. Mo. Mo.
I was
And
at
then
the
I'll see you doing
reference.
this. As soon as I see this, I'll see them. I'm like, yep, follow. Like,
Okay.
But yeah. All right, so
Back for our guest
Fuck
because
this.
Emo's not our guest. Emo could be our guest next week.
but yeah.
Possibly,
So
depending on how next week goes.
you remember your first song? When you dropped that first song, was it something that made you continue, or like how did that movement go? Did you just keep making songs over and over?
I just kept making songs. I mean, like, I don't know. I thought the song was good for that time.
Would
But
you show people?
I showed like close family and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
How was the response?
They loved it.
Yeah. I love what he said. They love it.
They loved it, but like.
But it's
me, I
always
was-
like that, even no matter how like horrible it is.
Yeah, yeah. So I
They
was
want
just
to
like,
be. Yeah, they want to be.
I was at the point where it's just like, yeah, okay, that's cool, but I can do better.
What's
So
the first person that like gave you that positive response close to you that you took them seriously? Because there's always somebody. I know. I personally have somebody that I play the song for. And I play it again.
Oh, like over that song or just any
Any song. It's like the first person that really like you
Gave you
when
that
they told you the
positive
positive feedback, you really believed it. Like, yeah, this person's not fucking.
Oh, okay. Oh, probably my sister. Probably my sister Tanya. Like when I showed her, like I recorded another song for a competition I did, which Fortunato was hosting. It was like, shout out to Fortunato, man. And the track was called "Same Old Song," and like that was actually like the first like track that I recorded where I did the combination of like the rapping and singing and shit.
Okay.
And that was like, she was like, okay, like I think you got something, you know, like.
So this was more,
Obviously, there was a little bit more detail with that, but
this was more recent.
Yeah, he truly started 2009, so that's 10 years. This is all within 10 years.
Okay.
So that beat
So
happened, the beat battle thing
that
happened
was in 2011.
okay. I remember I was there randomly.
Where's that?
We were freaking performing at the show. Fortunato was having a nocturne.
Okay.
So we were waiting there to
All right,
perform.
not-
Yeah, we're waiting there to perform. Then all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, so we got a beat battle going on. First one, we're gonna have Jor'Del Downz. We're like, Jor'Del's down.
Yeah.
We're looking around like, Jor'Del's here?
And this was around the time when I was called J-Downs.
Yes, J Downz.
Yeah.
I was still calling you. You had to correct me.
Why'd you go from J Downs to Jor'Del Downz?
I just wasn't. I don't know. I just felt like there's so many rappers with J in their name. I didn't want it.
You should have just had a nice little to it.
No,
Little Downs. Little Downs.
Downs.
No Little Downs?
No,
Yeah.
Downs.
So you don't want to do a trap album with little Tracy,
Little Treyway.
Little Treyway?
Treyway protein.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
A trap album
That's-
with little Treyway Quality,
that's
Little
not-
Downs?
He's right beside you.
That's not gonna happen.
He's right beside you.
Right here.
This is-
Little Treyway protein.
No,
So we had an agreement that once we hit a certain amount of subscribers, that Little
Trace.
Treyway Protein would come out with his first trap track.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trace has to make a trap track.
Now it'd be dope if that trap track was done with little Downs on the beat.
Little JD Ice. Little
Little
JD
JD
Ice.
Ice.
Little JD Ice. Little JD Ice on the beat.
That don't work. That just it's not working. It's just not working. It's just weird.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
No?
But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it too.
Oh, yeah.
I see music.
We're like,
So what brought you to join?
That's
the first group you joined was
Wait,
what?
wait. His producer name. I see music.
No.
No.
That's corny. That's corny. That shit's corny.
And trap music, rap names aren't corny. You fit right in, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a corny name.
Yeah.
I see music.
I see music.
But yeah,
He's thinking about it.
So-
He's thinking about it.
No.
the first group you joined was Northern Union. That was the first group.
The Streetscape.
Streetscape. Okay, so what? Where was Streetscape?
Streetscape was in London.
So
See, at this time, like when a little before I did the Fortunato contest, I moved to London to do a little bit of college, and
just a little bit.
just a little bit, one semester, you know. But and I was linking up with Quince, and he had a studio or whatever, so I just go over there and like we make a bunch of collab beats. Up to then the Fortunato thing happened. So I don't know, man. It was like I don't know.
So Streetscape was who? You, Quince?
Streetscape was me, Quince, and Del Resi, and Surreal.
Okay. Those are all London artists.
Yeah.
And then you left London, went to Sudbury.
And so I was just kind of dealing with Streetscape for a little bit,
Mhm.
and then that's when I went to Sudbury, and I ended up joining up with NU as well. So I was actually part of like 2 rap collectives.
Okay. And then
was Streetscape more of a group or just a collective?
It was just more of a collective
Yeah.
of artists. I mean, and NU was a collective as well. Like I didn't really.
Are they not still around?
I don't know.
no clue,
I really don't know.
honestly.
Like
Like most of the members I knew that was in it aren't in it. So unless there's like new members.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people, but I know a lot of people who were in NU.
Yeah.
But like they're not, they're out doing their own thing now. But like I was part of 2 because like the idea was that I was gonna try and like to introduce like Sudbury artists to like a little bit more like outside of Sudbury.
Right.
No, and Sudbury loves anything down south, so.
I so it was kind of one of those, like I was trying to like, I guess like unite a bunch of like other artists.
Well, and that's the goal, right?
What was
That's-
NU's called? What was NU stand for?
Northern Union.
Northern Union.
And they were in London.
No,
Sudbury.
Sudbury.
No, they were in
Sudbury.
Streetscape was in
Yeah.
And Streetscape really it was just before it was even collective, it was just a studio. So we go there and record music. There'd be a couple other people coming there going to record their albums and all that. And a little later on, that became like a collective. There were a couple more artists joining.
Okay. So then, with them, you're solo now, right?
Yeah.
So when did you go solo?
I went solo in, I'd say 2015.
Okay. What made you go solo?
There's in 2014. I ended up leaving NU.
But you've been solo. You were just part of a collective.
Yeah.
So you were a
So you were a solo artist,
right
but you weren't. So this was your first time with no collective, just you.
Yeah, 2015 was the year. Like 2014, I left Northern Union.
Okay.
There were, creative differences,
Right.
personal differences.
Do you want to?
Talk about said differences.
Well,
Yeah, I know.
I don't do business with hotheads.
Pretty much.
When
Sorry. When did you leave Sweetscape?
How many shots in?
Oh shit!
Streetscape. So when did you leave them? Same time, same year, or
No, I was still in Streetscape.
Okay.
And then there was Quince was at the point where he was getting into different business ventures and stuff like that.
Okay.
And a couple of the other artists, they were doing their own thing. There was one of those artists who was still with Streetscape was kind of like trying to. Hey!
I was looking forward to that.
There was another engineer. There, and another artist, I should say, who's been part of Streetscape, and he was trying to run it.
Okay.
The artist, and it wasn't being, things weren't being ran properly. And the engineer, he was doing what he needed to do. So it got to the point where Quinn said, "You know what? He ended up giving Streetscape Sounds the whole thing to the engineer.
Okay.
And he runs it today. Streetscape Sounds is still around. Actually, shout out to Johnny P.
Okay.
Shout out to Johnny P. Yeah. And I don't know what the other artist is doing. I don't really spoke to him.
Yeah, they're out in the wind now.
Yeah.
All right. So before we continue, it's another shot.
Yeah, one more shot.
What is this shot to? Spin.
You already did.
Miss. Yeah. Okay.
It's a miss.
Oh.
I just got
Funny.
today.
Funny how the guy who bought the bottle that nobody likes misses the shot.
There's a double.
Shot.
It's rigged. It's rigged.
The game's rigged.
All right, what's this do?
What's this one, Mo? What do you want to give this to? Enough.
To making connections with other artists Joining people who are of the same mindset and trying to
Yes.
build together.
But
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff.
It's all one. Yeah.
so
God damn.
Right?
you dropped a few albums, mostly hip hop albums.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to your
Yes.
newest one.
Yes, please.
There was
So we talked about your whole hip hop journey, rapping.
Yep.
You went from 2009 to 2015.
it was it went from the Road EP, April 2013, Win or Die, October 2013. Still Alive, Volume 2, Still Alive in July 2015.
You remember all these, right? Because I
got the months.
You're
I
good.
guess I got a pretty good memory.
Yeah, you're good. It's not me.
no, me neither. So, like,
I dropped the compilation, which it had songs from those albums on iTunes in March 2018.
And where can they get that?
iTunes.
Where else can they get it?
Get which one?
Say your website.
My website, downsmusic.com.
There you go.
DOWNZ music spelled normally .com.
Okay.
yeah, get to us.
Just know whenever Trace tells you not you, that's what it means.
Okay.
Okay. All right, but yeah. So, what's the last album you said?
Last album, the
Is it
prologue
Okay.
was put out on iTunes on March 2018. I think I got that one right. I don't know.
I don't know if I
The
can.
fact that you got the
I don't know if I can say the years
The
of my
year.
projects.
Trust me.
I gotta fact check all this guy's stuff.
You're fact checking it?
I got you guys.
even if he's lying about the month,
We
that's
had,
great.
we had a guy on the tour who was like, we mentioned the song. He's like, oh, this song, July
That's this guy.
2005.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I was like,
like-
you sound confident, but I don't know.
2018, another one I put out in 2018, August 24th.
It's got the
I think that was August 24th.
Well, that was
That
relatively
was recent, though.
So, yeah, that
My memory
that
gets a
would be-
little bit fuzzy. Before.
Apparently not.
I got the month and the year.
he said the date
But
of the
That one
24th.
was that I started getting into the collab mixtape, so that's when I put out In Downs We Trust.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then came the R&B shit. Like
Right. And that's what you're focusing on now, correct?
that's what I'm focusing on right now. Yeah, like it's great. I mean, I had a couple of like I had the Getaway. The Getaway was just sitting there, and like Hard to Smile was there.
Right.
But the song, I think, like when I had this beat, I had the beat for Spark My Soul, and like I had that for years, and then finally I just sat there and started writing, and I'm like, okay, I finished Spark My Soul. I think I could finish like the rest of this whole album. It's like it just after hearing that, it just made me want to finish the project and be like, all right, I'm gonna fucking do this R&B shit until I decide to go back to doing rap again, whenever that's gonna be.
Right.
Can we just talk about your voice real quick, though?
Okay.
Because your singing voice,
It's stupid.
it's unique and it's not what voice. Full and
Voice.
thick and musky and
You have to pause.
fills the room. No, but really though, it's like
Huh?
when the first time I heard that, I was like, that's you.
That's cool.
No, the first time I heard Jor'Del sing
Yeah.
was at the IIPL. Right? I was walking to the bar to get something to drink. Okay.
Okay.
And then Jor'Del goes, it just finished the hook, and then starts. No, sorry, intro just started, and then all of a sudden he starts singing. And I look at the bartender, I'm like, "Fuck the drink!" Walk right back to the front. And go, what the fuck is this? I'm like, what the fuck is this?
No way.
If you had to choose just one for the rest of your career, singing, rapping, producing, which one would you choose? If you had to.
You're really gonna put me on the spot, like
Yeah. I like this question. You have to pick.
You think this is on the spot? Wait till next.
But you can do all three, which is crazy.
Yeah, but you gotta do. You have to pick one. Are you singing? You rapping? Or you producing?
I do.
I feel like
this.
see as of right now. I change my mind a lot with certain things. So, like,
That's your fault.
so I don't know. I love producing. I love the idea though. I love sitting at a keyboard and a drum pad and taking samples or original sounds and just really putting things together. I like sitting there and arranging different melodies and, you know, how can I pronounce shit while I'm singing like this or whatever. I like rapping. Rapping has always been really fun to me. You know, rapping, I listened to rap all the time when I was a teenager.
It sounds
more than
like-
I did rock and R&B.
It sounds like he doesn't
You
answer
did
the
say
question.
producing first, though.
So if you had to list this 3 in order, it sounds like
Yeah, let's
1
do that.
would be producing, 2 would be singing, and 3 would be rapping.
Yes, I mean.
And I was just gonna get to that. Like, I really enjoy producing, enjoyed singing. You know, like rapping's pretty dope. Like even when I'm just sitting there and hearing music in the background, I just start singing. So yeah, I think singing would be ahead of rapping. But I always got an idea in my head of what's the next thing to make when it comes to the instrumental. You know.
Right.
What up, Bax?
But okay, so do you find? Because I used to make beats as well, and I found that it's like kind of pulling you in different directions, and so I focused on writing, recording, and performing. Some people just seem to can do all
Balance
those
all,
things naturally, and I
know the
there's a whole
feeling
other thing,
because-
yeah,
I started making beats, and once I did that, that was my complete thought.
yeah.
Like, I didn't want to write after I made the beat.
Shout out to Bags McGee because
Right.
he made
Well, this is the thing. A lot of the beats I make, I really don't want to write to because they don't. I still keep them, but that's how much of a perfectionist I am. Where I gotta, if I'm gonna write to my own beat, it has to be perfect. Like I gotta be able to listen to the beat and be like, okay, I have no complaints about this one.
Right.
So you're just giving us throwaways.
So anybody get a Jor'Del beat is a beat that he doesn't think it's good enough for himself.
exactly.
But it's good enough for
But
you.
then there are other beats where I'm like, this is fucking amazing, but I still can't write to it.
Well, it's like people who cook who are like, oh, I can't eat this now. I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while you make beats, you don't actually have words to go with. Have you ever made a chorus and said, okay, now I'm gonna make the beat around this chorus?
Yeah.
So whose beats do you rap on? Let's sing on.
Any beat I think is any beat.
This new album.
But not
Actually,
yourself.
this new album itself. Is it self-produced? Is it self beats? Your own beats? Is it other beats? Who's the main producer on this?
There are a bunch of other producers.
Okay.
See,
I
that's,
just
that's interesting.
How
So
about something like
do you feel a bit of that too then? That it's hard. Because some people
Will you ever
Right,
feel like J.
chord.
Cole?
create the beat.
Well, some producers, I know one of my favorite producers, Jor'Del. He could produce for everybody, but he wanted to do an album where he wanted his favorite producers to produce for him. And that ended up being an album called Diary. So it was him rapping over other people's beats for the majority of it.
Okay.
Is that what this is?
For you.
For
Kinda.
your new one?
It's really one of these I like listening to beat tapes. When I'm doing stuff around the house, when
Miss that.
I'm whatever, I just like listening to beat tapes.
I miss beat tapes.
Well, wait, stay up past 7
Well,
o'clock. and
Well,
Yeah.
I'm doing I did an
Golden
entrepreneur course recently, and they had a bunch of homework and stuff from that. So I'm like, I don't want to listen to anything with lyrics right now. And a lot of people say, oh, you listen to classical music. I don't listen to classical music either, but I do want to just listen to instrumentals. So I'll put a beat tape on.
right. Shout out to T Major who actually just dropped the tape.
Yo, shout out to Atwell too, who just dropped a crazy
And
product.
shout out to I'm gonna just
Hey! Shout out to the chicken.
shout out to
Shout
all
out
classical
chicken.
musicians.
Yes.
Shout out.
So-
Shout out all the chickens in the world.
Alright,
So if you were to say,
Wait, hold on.
No, take the shot. Take the shot.
You take the shot?
Yeah, take the shot.
all right, let's take a shot.
Shout out all the
Then
chickens
it's
in the
David's
world.
segment.
I like segment.
Shout out to all
Jordan, what's this?
Shout out to all the chickens.
Shout out to all the chickens out there.
It's all
All
chicken
those
oil.
chickens clucking.
So
Looking for some McLovin.
and the ugly
It's
chickens.
all
And
good.
shout out all the ugly chickens. It's too many pretty anyway. Chickens.
So you like listening to instrumentals?
That's exactly what I was saying.
You like listening to instrumentals?
Yeah.
What kind of instrumentals you like?
Just good instrumentals.
Like what's that?
No, you know what?
Like the one you hear?
Like the one you hear right now, or you like something different?
No, I like listening to this kind of instrumentals. Like I said, I listen to everything.
Right.
Everything except for.
You like this one?
So
I can't
with these
say that I
instrumentals,
listen to everything.
quick question: with these instrumentals, do they get you like you want to spit
Or sing?
or sing?
Either or.
Well,
You know,
this is the last drink rule, sir, and I'm gonna need you to spit or sing something hot. And if it's not hot, Trace and Emma will get to tell you it's not.
I don't just freestyle.
No, it doesn't have to be freestyle.
It just needs to be
You
hot.
can just-
You can freestyle if you want.
Actually,
You can always try
you
something
mentioned
new.
last week.
I know, I heard it. And I watched
So
it.
I don't know.
okay, can you
You can spit it,
cipher?
right?
You can cipher with us.
Let's fix another.
You can spit it written.
We don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also
Most
cipher.
people
We don't
do.
give a shit.
Shit, man, y'all putting me on the
That's drink rule.
Yeah. All right. Get it. Okay. All right. Hold on. I know exactly what to spit. I need like. I don't have no idea for like singing and shit, but I can rap. Put on something like boom bap.
Okay.
Put on the first line and then put on
some
green.
boom bap. I'll spit something.
Or some like Gangstar or something. I don't know.
Last drink rule, Jor'Del Downz.
Yo, the mind state was dystopian. Went through his soul away and lost hope again. Behind his chest bones was all frozen in. Looking for the next or the soldier into. Paranoid as they come with his hand on a grenade pin. How I felt back when I was spitting out flames then. But nowadays my lucks and haters into fits of rage again. Trapped in the boat, feeling like the walls are caving in. Until I tell my story and turn the page to the next chapter. Who wouldn't want to be the next rapper? To grab depression by the neck and snap it backwards. And take your pitiful perceptions, throw it in the trash with your comments and